Jay Ajayi, Jay Ayaji, whatever you want to call him, coming over from the Dolphins. I got my first question, which is, obviously he had three huge games last year for the Dolphins in a pretty big season. He had 200-yard plus games. Do you think that those were outlier games, or do you think that this is a guy that's like a borderline elite back that was running behind a lousy line? What do you think you're getting exactly?
I think he's just that kind of player. I think he's kind of a boomer bust player, as we saw there last year with those 3 200-yard rushing games, which is really crazy, and 2 of them were back-to-back too, which is just nuts. But obviously a really talented player. Even just seeing him, because the Dolphins had come to Philadelphia this year for training camp, for a joint training camp, a couple practices, and then seeing him when the Eagles and Dolphins played in the preseason. I mean, Jay Ayaji is someone who I've seen not a ton before, because it's not like I watch the Dolphins a lot, being that they're an AFC team. But I've seen him, when I have seen him, he's really stood out to me. This guy, he's fast, he's physical. He does not go down easily. I think in 2016, he had something like 3.47 yards per carry after contact. So, I mean, this is a guy who can run through tackles, and that's something LeGarrette Blount can do too here. So the fact that the Eagles have these 2 bigger physical running backs who are bruising types, it's really intriguing.
Yeah, that actually leads in perfectly to our next question, which is, what is his fit going to be? Should we expect a committee, a workhorse role? What do you kind of envision this division of labor going to be moving forward with the backfield?
Yeah, it's a real interesting situation here because, I mean, the Eagles just traded for him, obviously, on Tuesday, and it's Wednesday right now. So from what it sounds like, what Doug Peterson, the Eagles head coach, had to say on Wednesday, he didn't really commit to Jay Ayaji playing this weekend. I think he'll be active, maybe get a couple touches, but it just seems like it's too soon to kind of just expect a major role right away. And now the Eagles have a bye week next week, so that's probably part of the reason they did this trade. They can catch him up on the playbook next week before they play again against Dallas on November 19th. So they'll have some time to kind of get him acclimated here. But look, Doug Peterson, who was a former quarterback in the NFL, said it's really tough for players to kind of come into the season, especially so late, and pick up the offense quickly. So I think it could take some time here for Jay Ayaji to kind of get into the swing of things, and even if the Eagles do plan to make him on their full-time lead back at some point, I just think it's going to take time to get there.